Colombo Port City is a mega project unlike any other, and it's set to be a global destination for finance, technology, and more. But before we delve into the plans and promises, let's take a closer look at the location itself. Sri Lanka is a beautiful country, known for its tropical climate, stunning beaches, and lush landscapes. So, as we explore Colombo Port City, we'll also get to know its stunning surroundings. Without wasting a minute of your time, let's get to it. China's history planned to build infrastructure in foreign countries. If not for China's Belt and Road Initiative, Colombo Port City might have remained a dream. But thanks to this massive infrastructure project, this visionary city is now taking shape. But is it all that it seems? We will get to that halfway into this video. It all started in 2013 when Beijing kicked off the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, a huge plan often compared to a Chinese Marshall Plan. This initiative, described as a global dominance move, an economic boost, and a giant marketing campaign, aims to connect Asia, Africa, and Europe. Over the past 5 years, BRI has become a catchphrase for various Chinese activities worldwide. The idea is to create projects in over 60 countries along these routes, spanning from Southeast Asia to Eastern Europe and Africa. These regions include 71 countries, representing half the world's population and a quarter of global GDP. The cost of the Belt and Road Initiative is anticipated to exceed $1 trillion, with China having invested over $210 billion, mainly in Asia. Beyond financial investments, Chinese companies are now involved in massive construction projects globally under the Belt and Road umbrella. Project details. The revelation of this huge project was made in 2014 during Chinese President Xi Jinping's Colombo visit, a year after launching the Belt and Road Initiative. Sri Lanka and China share a great relationship. Seeking financial aid after the 2009 war with Tamil separatists, Sri Lanka turned to China amid Western concerns about human rights abuses, and China willingly helped. At that time, Mahinda Rajapaksa was president, but he lost in 2015 with Chinese loans, especially for the Hambantota port. Fast forward to 8 years later, Rajapaksa is now Prime Minister. The Hambantota port has been under Chinese control since 2017 due to debt challenges. Despite officials' enthusiasm, not all in Sri Lanka share the same sentiment. The reclaimed area near Colombo is transforming into a high-tech city with an international financial center, residential zones, and a marina, drawing comparisons to Dubai, Monaco, or Hong Kong. Saliha Wickramasuriya of the Colombo Port City Economic Commission said that the land allows Sri Lanka to reshape the map and build a world-class city, competing with Dubai or Singapore. After years of dredging, the construction is gaining momentum, shaping the vision into reality. Huge cranes directed by Chinese experts are transporting concrete slabs, while earth movers fill trucks with tons of sand. A river running through the recovered area has already been dug, opening pathways for small boats and yacht access. This ambitious endeavor, the first of its kind in South Asia, boasts a grand vision that extends over a quarter of a century. Its magnitude is not merely physical, but a strategic partnership where Sri Lanka allocates both controlled land and expanses to the Chinese, a collaboration poised to redefine the economic landscape of the region. According to Sri Lanka, the land under government control and the territory handed to the Chinese would be leased to international corporations, banks, and other businesses. The government may also levy a tax on their earnings. Anticipated to house around 80,000 residents, the port city emerges as a vibrant nucleus, offering not just a dwelling place, but an economic haven. With the evolution of the project, Sri Lanka envisions a revolutionary shift in its economy, propelling itself into a new era. But have you ever thought if Port City will alter the course of Sri Lanka's destiny, or could it inadvertently evolve into a Chinese stronghold? In pursuit of creating a world-class city for South Asia, the Port City envisions adopting futuristic smart city concepts. Its blueprint mirrors the sophistication of modern marvels like Singapore and Dubai. harmoniously integrated with panoramic views of the Indian Ocean and verdant landscapes. This master-planned township positions itself as a premier destination for residents, leisure, and business, striving to surpass other cities in the South Asian domain. The port city's magnetic appeal reaches beyond Sri Lanka's borders, aiming to lure multinational firms and investors already entrenched in India. With rising aspirations, concerns have surfaced about the potential repercussions on India's investments and employment opportunities. While the visionaries of the port city affirm its role as a catalyst for economic prosperity, skeptics caution against potential pitfalls. Comparisons are drawn to instances where other nations, like Laos, suffered on the brink of bankruptcy, compelled to abandon vital assets to China for financial resuscitation. The proponents argue that this collaboration is not a one-sided affair. Chinese academic Zhou Bo emphasizes the mutual benefits embedded in China's Belt and Road Initiative. Rejecting the notion of debt entrapment, he underscores China's pursuit of investments yielding economic returns. Sri Lankan officials echo this sentiment, emphasizing their continued sovereign control over the port city's expanse. Environmental concerns. Amid this, there are several concerns about the environmental impact of a project of this size, especially given the sensitive nature of the coastal ecosystem in Sri Lanka. Firstly, the dredging process used to reclaim land for the city has caused significant marine pollution, including increased sedimentation and decreased water quality. Secondly, the construction has caused habitat loss for various marine species, including coral reefs and mangroves. Finally, there are concerns about the potential for increased flooding and storm surges due to the increased size of the port. Critiques from other countries. In addition to the environmental concerns, this project has faced considerable backlash and criticism. Some people worry that the benefits of this development won't help the country as much as supporters think. The port city has a downside due to significant tax breaks up to 40 years for some investors, according to economist Deshal Damel. To create the new 1665 acres of land, Sri Lanka needed a 1.4 BN investment from China Harbour Engineering Company, CHEC, which now holds 43% of it on a 99-year lease. Concerns arise about China's long-term plans, especially as it expands its influence in Sri Lanka, causing worry for India in its traditional sphere. Criticism is also directed at China for its lending practices to poorer countries, accused of burdening them with debt and making them vulnerable to Beijing's influence. China disputes this, claiming no country has fallen into a debt trap from borrowing. China is a major global creditor, with loans to lower and middle-income countries reaching 170 BN by 2020. However, research suggests China's lending commitments may be even higher, with half of it going unreported in official debt stats, often directed to various entities rather than government to government. Over 40 countries face high debt exposure to Chinese lenders, exceeding 10% of their annual GDP, with Djibouti, Laos, Zambia, and Kyrgyzstan having debts equal to or exceeding 20% of their GDP. This debt often stems from infrastructure projects and the Belt and Road Initiative under President Xi Jinping. In an interview with the BBC, Richard Moore, the head of Britain's foreign intelligence agency MI6, said that China uses debt traps to control other countries. This means China lends money, and if the countries can't pay it back, they have to give away important things. China denies this accusation. For example, Sri Lanka borrowed a lot of money from China for a big port project. However, the project had problems, and Sri Lanka couldn't repay the debt. So, in 2017, they agreed to let a Chinese company control 70% of the port for 99 years in exchange for more money. Some people say this is a debt trap, but a UK think tank called Chatham House questions if this is entirely true. They think local politics played a role, and China didn't officially own the port. Also, a large part of Sri Lanka's debt was to non-Chinese lenders. What will happen next? The truth is, China is not deterred, and the Belt and Road Initiative is likely to continue. It's not just about building things like roads, it's also about creating a brand and loyalty to China's leader, Xi Jinping. The initiative aims to shape rules, establish institutions, and influence soft infrastructure globally. China plans to set up international courts in Shenzhen and Xi'an to resolve disputes related to the Belt and Road projects. However, some worry these courts may favor Chinese parties over foreign firms due to concerns about the independence of China's judicial system, which usually follows the orders of the ruling Communist Party. What do you think about the future of Colombo Port City? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. See you in the next video.